What is up, Stone Coaters? I'm Mitch Quist with Stone Coat Epoxy. So happy to be here on a Thursday evening. We're back for a live show. We're doing our... So, Luke and I headed out to a granite shop recently. Undercover, we took off our Stone Coat shirts and we were checking out slabs, getting inspired, and we came across a real pretty black granite cosmic something. We forgot the name. Very pretty. I've installed it back in the day. I used to be a granite installer. That's kind of where this whole thing began. Mike and I were in the granite industry and wanted to offer a cheaper solution for people who want a real pretty look, but for a lot less money. So we found this piece of granite. We got a picture of it. Luke's going to show that to you right here. And I'm like, man, I think we got an epoxy kit. We've got a bunch of epoxy kits for sale on our website, but our black exotic epoxy kit, which includes white dye, black dye. It includes diamond dust, dark bronze metallic, silver metallic, white metallic. That got me really close to this piece. But it was missing one thing. So we are going to add an accent color in today's black exotic kit, and that's just black metallic powder. It's kind of a hybrid exotic pour, but you know, do this. Go to a granite yard. If you Google that, there's going to be a granite yard near you. I guarantee it. Some are small little mom and pop shops, but some are quite big. And just go in there and get inspiration. You'll be blown away. The quartzite's very popular right now. But go in there, take some photos, and then come home and start matching them. One of our epoxy kits are going to get you close, and all you have to do is add an accent color to bring into that final piece. Did you show them that piece?
Yeah.
What y'all think of that piece? Let me know in the comments below. And also, let us know where you're watching from. We love to see how far our reach goes. And while you're at it, let me know how y'all have been since the last time I've seen you. And if you're wondering, Mitch, what's going on with that beard, buddy? That's pretty long. Well, there's a reason it's long. I'm heading to Oregon Saturday. Going back home. I got a big project. I'm going to see my favorite barber of all times. I've been missing her. I've had my beard butchered out here in Texas more than once. So I'm quite excited to get back to Tracy. Go see my Oregon fam. We got a cool videos projects out there. We're going to do a hands-on training. We're going to do a couple floors. We're going to do some countertops over existing laminate. We're going to do a flake shower. A lot of cool stuff are going to be coming up. So if you're not subscribed, do that right now. Help us grow. So today's going to be a dirty pour. What is a dirty pour? Dirty pour is where you grab all your colors, you mix up your epoxy. We're going countertop epoxy, mixed up about 6 ounces per square foot, divided it up into separate mixing cups. I colored those cups. Now we're going to take these colors back into my bucket. But today's project has those white sections, right? So I'm going to hold my whites into a separate dirty pour and bring that in after I've poured out the black and silver and a little bit of white. So that's today's project. And if you have any questions, comments, be sure to drop them in the queue. I got my boy Luke, my camera guy, main editor behind the camera helping me out today. So he'll shout those out to me and we'll have a good time. Let's go. Let's get these out of here. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. So our dark bronze, my dark bronze has been liquefied. So what did I do? This is 91% isopropyl alcohol. It's about 15, 16 ounces. It's about 2 to 1. So 2 parts alcohol to 1 part powder. I put 8 ounces of powder into 16 ounces of alcohol, and you shake it vigorously before misting it on, and it adds a real cool effect. Show them that piece if you want that preview. This is kind of what we're going with today, folks. So you can see that bronze kind of floating right on the surface. That effect is when you mist it right on your epoxy after it's been laid out. So after mixing, I flipped over my bucket and I have a nice puddle here. I got some mess here. It doesn't matter. We have opaque epoxy everywhere. So that's going to go and cover this. But this is going to be my wash coat. And I do this every time I'm doing a dirty pour, because the dirty pour, the colors get poured into my bucket and then randomly, and then I just pour that bucket right out over the counter. And when the counter is wet with resin, the epoxy moves and flows much better. I'm not having to come over here and make that dry undercoat wet. And so today's project is over a piece of MDF that has been prepped with our epoxy undercoat. It has a drop edge. This is exactly how we teach our hands-on training students how to make countertops here in Texas. The big reason I moved to Texas is those classes are amazing. They teach you everything I try to teach you on video, but some folks really like that hands-on approach. So with RK3 Designs and Rhonda, we have multiple classes that you can find and learn more about on our resources page at stonecoatcountertops.com. Go up to resources and then in-person training. We've got a floor class coming up. We've got a master class, which is our best 5.5-day course that covers everything epoxy, business, floors, countertops, everything. And we have a special guest. The one and all. I am. You heard. Are you talking about your ears are burning all the way across over there. You were gone for the day. I didn't know you were coming back.
Yeah, I'm here.
So,
hey guys, how are you? It's been a minute.
It has.
I kind of took a summer before August 15th.
It's coming up.
Yeah, we have a promo that we're running. So go check that out and save yourself a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And come have fun with us.
Tons of fun, and you're going to leave here knowing pretty much everything we do. Have a roadmap to success to go make some real money doing this for a living.
And we have really upped our game on our classes, guys. We built a whole new set, and it is amazing.
Yeah, so this set is not finished because we come in here, we template this set, and then we take that template and we fabricate that completely. The students come install in real world applications.
Right, and they learn on our other set, they learn how to pour on site. They learn how to do your edges, how to do your sinks,
how to prep those
all
cabinets.
Of that. And we have a lot of hands-on pouring, guys. You're not just doing little sample boards.
Yeah, no.
So lots of work.
Yep.
Okay,
right,
well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. So,
you liked that other one, didn't you?
I did.
Cool.
I did. Y'all enjoy it.
All right.
See ya later.
Let's get to work. Thank you, Rhonda.
I got 2 quick questions. Man.
Yes, let's go.
First is, how does epoxy handle hot pans? Second, didn't you do a travertine video? They keep searching and searching for it.
Ooh, is that? Oh God, it's got to be up, isn't it? We've put it up.
It was pretty recent.
Travertine or sandstone. We'll find that link for you. Hopefully, one of the mods can do that. And the other question: can epoxy handle hot pots and pans? Oh, can it? Why don't you check out the hillbilly lab test I did, where I threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at epoxy and compared it next to quartz countertops. We ruined the quartz. We did not ruin the epoxy, but the epoxy can handle up to 450 degrees of Fahrenheit of like a hot cookie sheet. A pan, it's not going to ruin. It'll soften a little bit as the epoxy warms, but it won't melt. It won't discolor. It won't be ruined. It'll come right back to how it was before. So, like I was saying earlier, we're going to do a dark dirty pour. I'll pour that out. And this granite, remember, is it had one flow to it. And then the lines came in. So to build your dirty pour, we're just going to randomly pour in our colors. And this is our black metallic and our black mica. It's so hard for y'all to see the difference of that when we are in this bucket here. It's really difficult. But as it comes out and we pour it on the counter, it can get... You'll start seeing the contrast, the marbleization of the metallic versus the flat black. It's really hard to see, though, in there, isn't it, Luke?
I can kind of see it.
Oh, good. Let me know in the comments below if you guys can see it. And I've also got permission to give away a black exotic marble kit. So we just got to figure out what the rules are. Oh, no.
What is the best product to float over existing tile counters?
Ooh, that's a good question, Jamie. So there's a few ways to do that, but we've got to I've been doing some R&D on how to make that process very simple, cost-effective, without using a level quick product. So right now we kind of float the grout. The problem is tile is the grout joints. You don't want to see the grout joints goes through your finish. If I just poured this exotic pour right over tiles, it'll cover it, it'll look good, but the colors will settle in those little valleys of grout, so you need to feel that up. So we have a couple videos on the channel right now that show that, how to prep it currently. But if you haven't subscribed, I'd do it right now because we've got a whole new technique coming out that's going to be a game changer. And speaking of a game changer, have y'all seen the new addition? Okay, ooh, maybe that's the winner. Whoever can tell me what the new addition to the website is going to get a black exotic marble kit. So keep your eyes out for that, Luke. Go get some hits on the website right now, right? All right, normally I don't stir, right? You don't see me do that often. But for this one, because it's two black, you know, close colors and a silver, I went in and just gave it a couple swirls. I'll show you that if you didn't see that on film. I just came in and went. That's all I did.
KCDC asks, Big Mitch builds? Nope.
Negative. Thanks for the shout out though. Big Mitch Builds is my social profile. So if you want to follow Crazy Big Mitch on social media, go follow me on Instagram, Facebook at Big Mitch Builds. So we're going to take our dirty pour bucket and just pour that out right over our countertop. And you can come forward and back. When you pour forward, whoops, a daisy, I just scraped my bucket through there. So as you see, when I pushed versus pull, big difference in how busy it gets, right? So I'll often on a project like this pull one way and then come right back another direction right next to it or a little further away, but that splits it up. That breaks up some of that real busyness when you go to pull it versus push. So
Floor flakes?
no, that is okay. That's close, but that's old news, man. We got something newer.
Keith Nelson asks, Color Passion Paste?
Bingo! Bingo wings. You win.
Keith Nelson.
Keith Nelson. All right, Keith. Oh, I forget who they're supposed to email. I forgot that.
Do we have any...
They could just email me. Email me, Mitch at stonecoatcountertops.com, your shipping address. Say I won the black exotic marble kit on your live. Good job. Yeah, so we have brand new, a select number of Color Passion paste, which are a very vivid, awesome paste that it's just another beautiful accent color or main color that go right in with ours. It's going to level up some of these kits. I'm so excited about it. You've normally been able to find those at RK3 Designs, Artist Till Death, but we've brought some in. We partnered up with Color Passion, those colors that really help the countertop world. So go check it out. I cannot wait. I don't even have them yet. Like, they're selling them and they haven't sent me any. I'm quite mad about that, but maybe it's because I haven't sent in the request. I'm busy. All right, look at this, guys. This could be a piece pretty much all on its own. Now, I'm not worried about where it's low spots. That's where that wash coat came in, because that wash coat is lubed up our board now, and this epoxy is going to just keep moving and self-leveling, finding self-level till it's done. And there's plenty resin on here, even without our accents, other bucket, that this is going to self-level. And you can see all that air bubbles in there. That's from mixing, adding in colors, and bringing in heat at this point will also liquefy the epoxy a little bit more, and that will help it move and self-level even better. So just keep your torch moving about an inch or two from the surface. You don't want to let it sit. The epoxy doesn't catch fire, but it can kind of wrinkle and flash. So just keep your torch moving. You're all good. The torch is not scary. You also, if you're nervous about the torch, you can grab a heat gun, or you could also use a Fusion Relax spray. That stuff's pretty cool. You can mist that over your project, and it gets rid of the bubbles and stuff without bringing heat. Because sometimes the heat can make your metallics kind of settle a little bit. So if you don't want that look, the Fusion Relax is a pretty cool product. All right, let's bring in, this piece is cool right there, right? So that's another thing about our epoxy kits. You don't have to follow exactly what I do with every piece. We're grabbing colors that work well. They play nice with each other, and you could use you could mix up the ratio however you see fit. So today's ratio, forgot to discuss that, was 25% black dye, 25% black metallic. That's my base. That's what you're looking at right here. And then I brought in my accents, and I just did those pretty much equally. So it was 4 other colors, and each, that's 16% diamond dust, white, silver, and white dye. Or if you're not a percentage type of person, It was 24, I mixed up 96 ounces. It was 24 ounces of black dye, 24 ounces of black metallic, 16 ounces of the rest of the accent colors. How do you like that? You guys like that? Would you want me to include something like that in our videos? Like what percentage of colors I use to achieve this? And then, you know, you could just scale that up with however much you're mixing. Because usually this is always a 2x4 board I'm pouring on. So you just figure out that's what's 8 square feet. Wow, look at that math. Mathing. All right, so I grabbed the clean bucket. And this is going to be for my white dirty pour. I don't have nowhere to set it. I'll just do it right here. So I've got white dye, white mica, a little black spilled in there, but that's okay, and diamond dust. Our metallic powders come in 15 gram or 4 ounce little jars now, which I love. I've been making tons of projects. I'm still on my 4 ounce jars on some colors. It's cool. And they go a long way. This is a lot of white.
How much difference does it make on how you pour your colors back into the bucket?
It doesn't. So I kind of think of it this way. The first color you pour in, you get a lot of it. And the last color you see a lot of. But other than that, like, it's pretty similar. Like, I could have mixed this up right here. Rhonda and I could have poured these at the same exact time. She could have poured it however the heck she wanted, and I poured mine different. And we pour them out here, they're going to look like it was cut out of the same slab of granite, right? It's be a little bit different, but you kind of lose control when you get into the dirty pour. You're giving over your control to the epoxy pretty much. You just pick the colors, stick them in there, you pick the ratio, and full send. With your rolling stone method, you kind of have a little more control. If you don't want it to get too blended, you can leave more negative space. Just meld a little bit with that roller. So there's just all these different techniques. You find a color scheme you like, you find a technique, and we try to show you the easiest techniques. I could let this cure, come to another little layer, let that cure, come back, do more, and really make this most exotic piece you've ever seen in your life. But who's got time for that, man? I don't. I try to give you the easiest, most beautiful, repeatable finishes that anybody can do. All right.
A couple people
Enough
said they like
yapping.
the ratios.
Okay, cool. I'll continue that. So now I'm going to pour in a couple bigger blobs of my white. Ooh, yeah, look at that extra diamond dust. Does help, Luke. We did a sample piece. We're both saying we're going to need a little more diamond dust in there. And that does look good. I should probably do another bigger blob. Maybe like right here. We won't have it go to the end. It'll be like one living in here. That's pretty though, goodness. So now another cool tool I like to use, magic trowel, silicone tipped trowel. Love these for floors, but another reason I like them is I've been able to like scoop resin on, get it drizzling because it goes off the tip, and then it's almost the same amount coming off your stick the whole run. That's a little swirly. But like when I bring a popsicle stick, it kind of comes off randomly. You have a little more control when you let the epoxy come right off into the point. It's going to work itself down to that little point and then kind of give you the same run the whole way. And also, I'm just applying my lines, and then I'm going to come back and start manipulating those a little bit. And I also came with a cool, we'll go right into that. I did a new technique earlier too, where normally in a dirty pour like this, I don't mess very much with the base colors. Like I don't want to manipulate this. It starts changing the look quite quickly, but I put too much, like this line's a little bit big. I'm actually gonna leave that, that looks great. Let's do an error on this little one. We'll just make that line a little bit big. So I didn't like one of my lines earlier because it's a little too big for me. So I came in here with this trowel and I just started, let me get this off first. I started pushing the dirty pour into it to make it smaller. And then when it comes back and self-levels, it kind of does some cool, oop, you're not gonna see that now. There we go. You can shrink that line a little bit. Then we'll come back and mist. Let's do that right here too. So you have tons of time with Stone Coat Epoxy to get this just the way you want it. No need to really rush. Product also doesn't stink up your whole house. Some epoxies really get stinky. Bam. Okay. I'm also going to come, you can come in here before I missed anything, and you can kind of run a stick next to it to manipulate your veins. Now I'm going to show you how to add a little bit more with the stick versus your trowel. So it kind of gives you more of a random dump off. You see how it kind of gets fatter and then skinnier, which is not, oh boy, that isn't good. But I'm not worried about it because you just come in here and kind of get that to flow. And now when we follow that with a little alcohol, that's your magic, oops, sorry, Luke. That's your magic eraser for a lot of your man-made look. We're going to manipulate this blob a little bit, but just from here, watch what this alcohol does. That's just clear alcohol. We haven't brought in our bronze yet because I want to manipulate this a little bit. So what we do with this is I'm going to wipe off my trowel, and you can either dip in the black and then come in and start chopping into it. When I start getting, ooh, that's enough, right? Leave that. That's so cool. So now we're going to follow that with our bronze. Give it a good shake, because the longer this sits, the powders will settle, but they will always be they'll come right back. We've done hands-on training in Oregon 8 years ago. We still have some with the alcohol and powder. They're relics. They're in the Hall of Fame. All right. Adjust your nozzle, but I'm going to kind of give me a finer mist. And then just mist this. And sometimes if you get too much of your bronze, your magic eraser with that again is your alcohol, your clear. The clear can come in and refracture any big blobs that you don't like. Makes the bigger cone get smaller. That's kind of cool. So compare. Let me know, what do you like? Do you like what I've done to this white? I'm going to change the blobby look with it, with that trowel. A or B? Which one do you like more? B or A? Do you like the little effects I've added? But now I don't really like how it's blobby. So I'm just going to take this trowel and walk it over.
A question about Speed Cure. Does it have UV?
Yeah,
like
it
our coat?
Definitely. Great question. So Speed Cure is our faster cure. It's a faster curing epoxy. It's sandable in about 4 hours, and it's jam-packed with nearly as much UV resistance as our coat. If our coat is a 9.5 out of 10 for UV resistance in the Epoxy World, Speed Cure is about a 9 out of 10. It's right up there. But that faster setting resin is just a hair less. That's all it is. But we've jam-packed it full. So it stays color fast nearly as long as the art coat does. And I've been using it a lot lately. I went and I was at AWFS, which is a woodworking show. I was there with Surf Prep doing some demos, and it was a dang good time. Anybody been to AWFS? Let me know in the comments below. But Surf Prep also, does anybody use Surf Prep sanders? Now, okay, so that, if you all watch that, that was a little bit different technique what I just did there versus the chopping. So I got some black onto my trowel, and then I just floated it, and like I call it almost bringing a curtain over. I just barely touch it, And then as I bring the trowel over, I'm lifting up my pressure. And then it adds just the smallest amount of black, but when you mist your alcohol on there, it just fractures it right up. Kind of cool, but I like this chop better. So I'm going to come in and chop again. See you, Ron. And all these little techniques are just one more layer of coolness or visual interest that you can add to your piece to get her to match. I think we need some more white. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah.
Some more white lines, or let me know, guys. Should I add more? I don't like this guy, so let's fix that. And I'm gonna fix that by.
Ask them. Ask them what they like.
Yeah, you guys want more white lines? You want more bronze? What do you like? What do you not like? You want to see more blobs? Let me get this air out. So you could see a few of those air bubbles. Those will probably self-pop, the bigger ones. Oh, and that's from the trowel. When you bring epoxy up, it's kind of making little air bubbles, right? So look at what happens with that torch. Super fast. Bam, gone. Easy peasy. I like those lines. Any questions, comments? Because this thing could be done. Could have been done multiple times.
After that first pour.
Yeah, without the white even, right? I do think this is still, the shape of this is getting me.
Little round.
Yeah, it's too kidney bean. Right? I don't know. So I'm just gonna get organic with it. Bring that over. Dang, that was cool. Let's push that.
Remember that severed marble?
Gosh, this is cool. This is looking cool. Yes.
With the split in it, that's kind of the same.
Yeah, right. But we like taped it off.
Mm-hmm.
What a pain. We didn't have to do that here. A little alcohol. Whenever I manipulate, oh wow, look at that. Just the smallest amount. That's the alcohol does a couple things. It really adds these cells. It can also pop bubbles. But it can take squigglies and like, remember this thing that looked totally man-made? I think it looks better now, way better. And black epoxy is kind of hard to show you all on video. It's one of the hardest. Same with whites, really. It just blows out, but we got professionals behind the camera. Guys, crush the like button to give Luke a shout out. Right? Let's go. Dude works hard. He works harder than I do. I stand here and just play around. He's holding equipment. What do they want? Any requests on?
Someone asked some dark bronze accent.
Dark bronze accent. I don't have any epoxy to mix up. I'm just sticking with, I could mix more of this, but I kind of think it has enough.
What about like a heavy area just in
Oh.
the back?
Okay.
Try see what happens.
Yeah, let's come up in here.
Okay.
Maybe we can chop it in or something. I'll do like a stream like this.
Yep. There you go. See what happens.
Let's see. This is cool. Ooh, good call. So we'll probably start getting, when we start playing like this, we'll get away from our granite match, but it's still, you know, it's still going to add a beauty to it. It's going to be sweet. Yeah, I like it. Good call, whoever did that. How about they get a kit too?
Ryan says, now pour some blacks over the white blobs, like through them.
Like a ooh, black.
Do you have any more left?
No, but I can trowel in.
There you go.
Bring some black through hard. I'll do this. Whoops. I don't know.
Oh.
Let that chill out a second.
That's cool. A little pocket.
Mm-hmm. barely applying pressure, if y'all can see it. I don't know if it translates, but it's just barely skimming. That's why I really dig these silicone trowels. They can do things that the stick can't, as well as the Bondo spreader. The Bondo spreader is just plastic. This is silicone, so I do clean it when I'm done. But if I didn't, I could wait for this to cure and peel this right off of there. That's actually a cool thing. Bam. And if you didn't like the alcohol, this thing will still calm down. I don't know if I like those cells, so I'm going to come back here and erase that. But even doing some manipulation into the exotic pour, it's not ruining it. But if I'm sitting here over manipulating those colors together, it's going to start creating mud. I really dig what that bronze did. Dark bronze in the alcohol. Luke and I were literally talking today or yesterday on, man, we need to start really bringing back the alcohol and the micas together. We haven't done that for a while. And it's a cool feature. It really is. That is cool over there. I think we should do, what do y'all think? Another pocket of that right here? Or in the silver? I don't know. Or we could call it a night. Because this is pretty awesome. I like it.
Do you remember how much
that tiny one, it's called a remnant. So that was leftovers from somebody's giant kitchen or whatever. That guy, the builder there builds for local builders. $500 plus polishing for that little piece I was sitting on. I don't even think it was big enough to make a vanity.
It was barely bigger than this.
Yeah, because there was saw cuts right here. So you'd have to come inside of that. So it would have to be very unique. I don't know if it was deep enough to fit a real vanity. That's 23 inches is usually. Your vanities are 23, your countertops are 25 and a half. It's crazy. So very expensive, guys. You could choose that route. I love granite, don't get me wrong, but I also love my bank account not being very angry at me. And I like vacationing with my son and my sons and family. So save some money. Go with Stone Coat Epoxy. You could go right over your existing surfaces, and you're going to save 10% more. Okay, here's another insane thing. I'm heading to Oregon. I'm doing a 2-car garage in flake. I usually charge, that depends on your area, but you're anywhere from $5 to $7 a square foot for flake. And then it walks up a little higher for marble because you're using more material. It's more steps. It's artwork as well, so you can charge for that. You're allowed $12 to $18 a square foot for marbles. Nate, my other camera guy in Oregon, we're going to do his garage. We're going to teach y'all how to do it with one of our brand new flake blends that you can find at stonecoatcountertops.com. But dude, I was like, get a quote from a local. Oregon, Medford, small town. Okay, guess how much somebody wanted to charge for his 2-car garage in epoxy flakes. So you're putting a base coat, you're flaking it, you're scraping the flakes and coming in with a top coat. Guess away. And then we're going to wrap this up.
I got a question from Vicky.
Let's hear it.
I'm thinking of doing some TV trays for a couple getting married.
Ooh, nice.
One like a deep purple and the other sage green. Any suggestions?
Sage? I mean,
TV trays.
They can go cool together. I would do black with the purple, black, silver, purple. Mwah. I did a shower for my little sister. Go check that one out on the channel. I don't remember the title. It's probably a couple months ago. No. Yeah, we did the live over it with Keith. So that was right around your wedding, September-ish. Last year, check last fall's videos. You'll see a black shower. Real pretty with the purple in there. And sage green, that's more like this. Play with it.
Any tips on prepping the TV trays?
So if they're wood TV trays, they probably are. And they have a little finish on them. Sand that with 220 grit. You're ready to rock and roll. That's all you need to do. Wood is the easiest to prep and coat over. If it's a glossy existing surface, that's what's going to, or like granite, non-porous, it's going to require a little more prep steps, but they're simple as well. But wood, just rough it up and you're ready to pour.
KCDC gets $3 grand for a 2-car garage.
Oh, freak. That's what I'm charging. That's fair, man. Not, oh, I'm not going to say it yet. Keep guessing. We'll get, okay, somebody gets within $500, wins the second unauthorized, unapproved black epoxy exotic marble kit that I may be fired for.
Martine,
take it out of my check.
Martine guessed 5K.
Warmer.
Dude, this dude's channel is called Just Some Dude. He guessed 2,500. Nope. And
Colder.
In Vegas, guessed 6,500.
Warmer. That's insane.
For a 2-car garage.
600 square feet. This is fun. You could literally DIY it around 1,000 or 8. Epoxy around 800 to 1,000.
Lazy Guy DIY said, fired.
Fired! No! That's my boss. Guys, this will get me hired. Go subscribe right now to Lazy Guy DIY on YouTube, Instagram. He's an awesome boss, awesome creator. Go check him out.
Shout out to Adam.
If you love sarcasm, don't go subscribe. Sarcasm.
The highest guess, no one's been right. So
Yeah, you got to get within 500. Come on.
Darren just guessed 9,500.
It's the price is right. You went over. You got to be under. Okay, he wins. Darren wins. $9,200. That's insane. That's like marble price. So, guys, hit up Rob. He's our pro. Come to you don't even need a class for floors. You do? I'd love to meet you. We have a great time. You don't just learn floors. You learn business too. You learn how to bid this, how to scratch test. You're learning everything. But anyway, you can make some serious money doing this, countertops or floors. We have a fairly new feature on our website. It's the pro page. You could book a call with Rob. He's been coming out. We've been doing projects together. He knows the systems top to bottom. He's also going to make sure that you have exactly what you need to fulfill yours or your customer's job. And the best part, he's going to give you pro discount tiers that you could get up to 25% off, make and save some serious money. So check it out. Book your call with Rob on our pro page. Hopefully I'm now not fired because that was a dang good call out.
But back to the point.
Yeah.
It was $9,200 for a 2-car garage. How much are you guys going to do it for?
So we're going to do it for under $1,000 with material. Bro, that's insane. And if I was getting it should be around $4 to $5 grand at the most. So these guys are crazy, but it's a supply and demand thing. If you're the only guy in your town doing it and they're willing to pay it, you can be that guy. But don't be that guy. Be reasonable. Help somebody out. Make some reasonable, good money without screwing somebody over. You'll go a lot further in the construction world with that mentality than trying to milk everybody dry. All right, that's it.
Can I get a last question?
Let's do it.
Would standing on a countertop break it or bend them?
Cool.
Oh, well, and then Lazy Guy DIY says, mention what's happening. There you go.
Workman's comp. No, yeah. So the stuff's good. It is solid, and that's just that is just 3/4 of an inch. These can get doubled up, but no, they're very durable. You can stand on them. I have made thousands of dollars as a granite installer fixing right here in front of the kitchen sink. It's only 4 inches. You put your butt on that, snap. That will not happen with granite. Also, I knew someone would ask, but Luke just didn't bring it up. This is also a shower panel out of epoxy. You could turn pink foam into a functional waterproof shower wall. Amazing stuff. Any epoxy finish we teach can be your shower. Foam, fiber mesh, speed cure 4 ounces. Now you're doing your epoxy finish. Now you're doing your flood coat. Then you're installing in under 3 hours. You can install an entire shower in under 3 hours. It's pretty amazing.
Lastly, Adam says, mention what's happening in September and you're rehired.
Oh, thank you. That was on my notes, but so much happens. We have huge news. So we revamped the floor system, 24 months ago, added some revolutionary, awesome products to really make it a solid system. We're doing the same thing with the woodworking. We're bringing in brand new products, epic casting products, coating products. I can't give away too much, but we're also going to be at the Austin Woodworking Festival in September. So come out and see us. Adam's going to be there, Rob, myself. It's going to be a good time. I'll be doing live demos. We'll have a booth. Come out and see us. It's a party. It's the best woodworking festival this side of the Mississippi. We're close to the Mississippi. I can actually say that now. All right, thanks. I'm rehired. Guys, crush the like button. Let me know before we go what you think of this piece. Look at that piece. Good call on the black, right? Look at that. That's sick. It's totally calmed down. This piece is totally changed, like those black lines. I love it. I almost want more bronze, though. I'm degloved. It's not good. I degloved way too early. It's because I wanted to stand on the countertop like a buffoon. Just a hair. Oops. I like the bronze that gets in there a little bit. See that? That's what I was looking for. That's pretty. And you could still, like, we still can manipulate this. It's insane. You could, and the hotter the room, the hotter the temperature, the higher the humidity, you're going to lose a little bit of working time. You're still going to have that, 50 to 70 minutes, but it's going to start curing a little bit faster the hotter it is. That goes for floor or countertop epoxy. So, guys, thanks for watching. I had a blast. I hope y'all did too. Go out, check out your granite yards. Give Rob a call. He's going to tell you exactly what colors to use. Save you some money. Save some money on your kitchen and bathroom renovations. Thanks for watching, everybody. From all of us here at Stone Coat Countertop, don't forget, you got this. We'll see you on the next video.